Hello, hello. This is a Pigsley. Yeah, let's go. What to talk about? Things like, well, I play around with intermittent fasting. I've not actually got anywhere. I think at the moment I've regulated my eating pattern, so therefore it's my body's starting to get around it, and I put on weight. I mean, yeah, I got some sweet tooth every now and then, but it's not. Maybe I'm trying to justify it, but I try to get the meals down to about two a day, really, and periods where I just sort of push a little bit. But what I need to do is switch it up and not necessarily go mad and try not to eat. It's the opposite. You've got to increase the burning. So you've got to boost the metabolism because it adapts. It's a bit like somebody in the past told me about giving up smoking, and the issue there was that if you reduce your nicotine intake, it doesn't make you lose any cravings. Your body just adjusts to it. It just becomes more sensitive to the nicotine, and that's also probably quite true with things like the diabetic stuff people talk about, is that your body becomes more sensitive to it. But when it becomes less sensitive, it doesn't know how to retune itself back in, and so it's out of tune, and it develops into other health problems. You know, there's other reasons why people can't process sugars correctly. And the issue that it also affects your mood, doesn't it? And it can amplify things emotionally as well. So it makes you face your demons a little bit, which I've mentioned before. But it can be quite hard in lockdown. So what I need to do is I need to actually increase some food on certain days, pull back on others. Pretty much follow when you feel hungry. You want to pull back a bit, and then basically it's like throwing out fuel in that fire, and it's the point where your body's ready for it. So it's a reward process. It's like parenting your own stomach or something. But it's part of its preparation, and do you really want it, sort of. You know what kids do, parents do to kids and stuff. You sure you want this, and all this sort of thing. So a bit of that's going on, because if you just keep feeding it, your body doesn't care about it, and ends up just storing it. Oh, more chocolate, more whatever, and so you're not really using the machine correctly. But because of the habits, I think its default setting basically is to store fat. It's a bit like they say about your emotional setting is depressed, basically, or negative thinking. It doesn't really. I seem to be able to have a kind of split myself in two a little bit, so I at a lower level in myself. If I went to the pit or something, there's things in there that I'm not entirely happy with in my life, and or in myself, or whatever there's in there. And then there's the other part of it is just like get on with it, have fun, and you just push through it, and then you just basically give the persona you're just quite easygoing, no problems, But it's sometimes a bit more different than that, and so you don't want to fall into a thing where you also indulge in to try to make yourself feel better. So it's a difficult one. I've just got to mix the intermittent fasting and boost that. The other thing I think we might have to look at is personality types. Because sometimes when you're engaging with people on the internet, you get a kind of strange vibes from them, and it might be because they're just a different personality type. If you meet your opposite, a bit like me, I'm kind of very abstract. So if you meet someone very conservative, you're thinking, I don't know if would it work. And then you wonder if they're actually even real people. It could be like some dude in a little room somewhere writing letters. It all comes back to money, though. Money. Anything else of any use? Yeah, it was quite interesting. There's one of my clients said he had these visual hallucinations, and there was a woman standing there, but he got to touch her, I think, and they disappeared. But you seen him as clear as day. It must be quite a frightening experience. But I was trying to make sense. There's more to it than that. But you don't know. It could be. I mean, it could be the fact that as your body breaks down, or gets to a point where deterioration turns up, if you're a kind of poly-entity in that your consciousness is having other lives and other experiences, but it's divided over different entities or beings, and they normally there's a separation between these different beings, but stuff's filtering across. So you're picking up like memories and things that were never yours. You know, you never thought it was yours. I mean, I've done that. I've closed my eyes and I felt like I've been somewhere else. I've seen something and experienced something, and I thought, I don't know what to think about this. But I've kept an open mind, because if I kept a kind of closed mind, I'd have just deleted it and pushed on. I just let this information come in. Why am I seeing this? Why is it so vivid? Why is it involved in this? You know, it's not kind of stuff I'd be normally into. And because normally you expect your sort of persona, personality to be imprinted in what you're thinking about. You know, or you see people in that dream state that you think, well, they're not people I know, but they feel like they're very clear memories of them. So you know, but so for this gentleman, he could be experiencing something sort of in the parapsychology, in that he's some dimensional split. He's picking up on maybe another life where he's at the moment. And some of these things are filtering across, because he said he's never seen this woman before, and the problem is that it isn't like because sometimes you have low resolution dreams. You have things where basically the characters, and they don't, you know, if you went up close to it, they wouldn't really have much facial features and things like that, like Men in Black or something. But within this, she was fully dressed. He knew exactly what she was wearing, everything, got a business suit on. You know, and it's like, where does that fit into your narrative? So you're at home. I mean, he had some other thing about a delivery truck that kind of makes sense, because it would relate to some previous past work experience that he's had. But it's just very interesting stuff, really. And I don't discount it. It's just like, oh yeah, his brain's out of zinc or chemicals. It's what is revealed behind that. So yeah, maybe I look at archetypes and look at other stuff. And sometimes maybe I'm looking for things in relationships where I'm looking for a partner, and I don't know, some people just want to build a relationship with people, which is like, wouldn't you want to be like close friends with somebody? You just want to mechanically build a relationship. It's a bit odd, but it's an imperative, I guess. So this is where I come back to looking at personality types, because, you know, someone's idea of marriage is paying the bills or sharing a house or responsibilities. It might be not falling in love. It's like in the past, people would marry for family stuff, you know, peace and stuff like that. Peace in the region. Two opposites would marry. Anyway, this is Big Sign Off, and have a great one. Bye.